That's pronounced Ostrander.
Australian Award, okay? And so it's going to be celebrated Monday,
August 27th,
right,
at 6 p.m. at the Botanic Garden.
at the Botanic Garden here in Memphis, Tennessee, on Cherry Road. And you were nominated for your performance in The Bluest Eye. You actually was nominated for 2 awards. For first award was the Large Ensemble Acting, part of the ensemble acting, which I was a part of as well, and also for your individual performance for Best Supporting Actress.
Right.
So let's talk about the role, The Bluest Eye. Let's travel back to The Bluest Eye, that role for you. How is it different from what you just done on the stage? Because what I just saw on the stage was this happy actress singing, dancing, and just having a good time. And then you reflect back to the role that you did in The Bluest Eye, and that was a very sad character, a very troubled character. So how do you adjust those 2 roles? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my character for Mrs. Breedlove, she started out as a young girl, and she was pretty much abandoned as a young girl. She was abused, and she had these dreams about going to the big city, getting out of the South, and she had this love of movies, and she married thinking her husband was going to be her Prince Charming.
Yeah.
And he just wanted, use her to take care of his house, take care of his kids, have a hot meal on the table.
Right.
And she wasn't accepted in the community in the North because she's from the South. She had this thick Southern accent, and she just didn't fit in. So she created this world, and she used the movie screen as her fantasy world.
She escaped her mind.
Yes, that was her escape. And she had this traumatic experience. She was sitting in the movie theater, and she was eating some popcorn, and she broke her tooth.
Yeah.
So she had always felt unattractive, but when she broke her tooth, she really and truly felt safe.
Yeah.
And she just put on this persona of ugliness. And she was just ugly and not accepted from people around her.
Right.
And then her other escape, she worked as a housekeeper for Raisins.
Yeah.
And that was her other escape. She
Yeah.
gave more attention to the white children
Yeah.
than she did her own children at home.
I remember, now that you bring that back, I mean, that, the questions that was asked when we had the audience asking questions, they asked us, have you ever had a bluest eye moment?
Yes.
So that kind of reflects back to me. Have you as a person ever had a bluest eye moment, escaping in your mind to this imaginary world that you wanted to be someone else or you didn't fit in? Have you ever, as a person, ever had this bluest eye moment?
I have, because I've always been thin. And even growing up in Sean, I was teased on Sean because I was thin. And my escape was actually, it was theater. It was theater, it was movies, I was seeing commercial jingles on TV, I would learn lines from characters. Yes, and that was my escape. And when I got to the South, I made things haven't changed. I'm surrounded by people who are a heck of a lot bigger than I am, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
I know. But look at you now. I mean, now you use that bluest eye moment and you use that to become who you are right now.
Right. And I feel that I was preserved. I'm supposed to be preserved.
You're supposed to be thin and beautiful and black and beautiful. Yeah. Now let me ask you something, Sophia. Where were you the moment that you got the news that you were nominated for this prestigious award? Because now the Australians supposed to be the best of the best in the Memphis theater.
Right.
And of course you are one of the best of the best.
Thank you.
One of the best, and I'm honored to be sitting here with you. I thank you for your time. But where were you at that moment when you found out that you were actually nominated? And how did you feel about that?
I believe I was here.
You were here. You spent a lot of time here and had to.
I got here. I normally I get here early because I just like to feel around on the stage. We learned that from Exodus.
Exactly. Right.
He teaches us to just get on the set, the set, touch everything, familiarize yourself with everything. And that's what I was doing when the folks were sitting down out of the office. Okay, I was like, what? Are you serious?
So how did you feel?
I was stunned. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I know people would talk about it and would say, oh, you're going to get nominated. So yeah, okay. And then I thought, well, does that really mean something?
That means something. It means a lot. And when you set out to do this, you didn't set out to say, I'm just going to try to get an award. You really, as an actress, you really said, I'm going to try to bring the best of this character out.
Yes. We had to, well, for me personally, and how I prepared is that I would just get in front of the mirror and I would just feel ugly. Pull everything negative, all that negative energy, and just pull it inside. I internalized it, and with my makeup and everything, I didn't do jack to my hair through the entire play.
Oh.
So it looked like a wreck.
Wow.
So my hair was a wreck, and I didn't wear any makeup. Just little things just make me look just, darker. And that's how I did it. And I have a picture of how I look, and people think, oh my God, is that you? They look in the program and look at me, and the characters say, oh my God, that's not you. Yeah, it was me.
And I remember people coming up to her when we at the end of the show, and they wanted to see the tube. Let me see the tube. Let me see the tube. Let me go. But now, The Bluest Eye was written by Toni Morrison. And it was directed by Eccodario Vandelli here at Hattie Theater. It was in our season 6. Of course, we're now in season 7. The show debuted in 1970. It was first adapted to the stage by Lydia Diamond for Chicago Steppenwolf Theater. And it is a story. It was a story about 11-year-old Pacola Breedlove, a black girl in America whose love for blonde hair and blue eyes that she escapes into this imaginary world. Sophia played her mama and played her mother, and so that she was like, so people will look at her differently. And we also want to say that Tamika Shelby Johnson, one of the actors that actually played Pacola, was nominated for Best Actress, I think, in a leading role, something like that. Yeah, and so we want to say congratulations to her as well. Now, was there a particular scene in the show that stood out for you when we were doing it?
I believe it was, actually there were two scenes. There was a scene where Mrs. Breedlove actually rejected Pacola because she pretty much told Pacola she was ugly. She told her daughter she was ugly. She felt ugly, she told her daughter she was ugly. That kind of resonated with me. And the second scene would be the race scene.
Oh, right.
Yes. Mrs. Breedlove's husband,
Charlie, played by Marcus Anthony, who is a great actor here in Hallelujah.
Both their performances were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And during the break scene, I believe my character was sitting somewhere in the house and comes over her. She was too frightened to come to her child's aid. Yeah. And actually, I had a young lady during the end of this show. Didn't you playing The Bluest Eye? Man.
Are you serious?
She said, I still don't like you. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
You know why? Because, I can remember I was sitting backstage when that scene was done, and I remember you coming out with your character.
Yes.
And I remember how you stood over Pacola, and I couldn't remember. I said, now, is she